Have you ever watched your favorite pro streamer, Fortnite player, and thought to yourself, what separates me from them? You probably haven't, but still, the thought might have occurred to you at least one time. So today, I'm going to give you a little rundown of what separates you from a Fortnite pro player. So let's stop all the yapping and let's get right into it. I mentioned this in my last video, but I really can't stress this enough how crucial your mindset can really be. Your mindset can make or break your Fortnite progression. What pros do, they go into every game with winning mentality. This means they have the focus and determination and the strive to get where they want to be. The best advice I can give to you is stay consistent, stay positive, stay focused, and more importantly, please don't give up in the face of difficulty. I know it can be hard to overcome that barrier. So many sweats, people rapidly improving at the game, makes you think or makes you feel like you're not good enough. Let me tell you something. You are good enough. You're very good enough, and you're very capable. All you need to do is just sit down and just study the game a little bit more. After you do that, you'll be in a happier place, happier position, and you'll be winning more games. So your mindset is very crucial. Focus on making yourself happy rather than everyone else happy. Don't put too much stress on yourself. Moving on, let's talk about your skill. I know that you're probably thinking to yourself, well, I think I have a skill cap, then I can't get any better. You're wrong. First off, you don't have a skill cap. It's only up from here. Sit down, little Jimmy, and let me tell you about it. Many pros dedicate many hours into practicing. Now listen, I still stand by the do not spend 10 to 20 hours in creative, but spend 2 to 3 hours in creative practicing. But I do recommend to spend 2 to 3 hours in creative practicing your mechanics, your reaction time, and perfecting your strategies in game. Consistency is very important for your improvement. Remember and listen to this well. Improvement is not something that can happen overnight or in the time span of 5 hours. As you can spend 20 to 30 hours in creative and probably think you're ready, hop into rank, and still get destroyed. So keep it up, keep the consistency nice and fit into your schedule, depending how your schedule is. Make the consistency and make the time to fit it into your schedule so that way you can see some improvements. Another thing I must factor in is game knowledge or game sense, both being the same thing. I'll make a video on game knowledge or game sense in another video. I'll give you a basic rundown for this. Pro players have a real in-depth understanding of the game they play, being from the map, zone, what gun is the best to use, how to fight early, mid-game, and end-game, how to rotate early, mid-game, end-game, and how to loot off spawn in early game. By reviewing, playing the game more often, and staying updated on the meta and the trends in the game, it will really enhance you into your decision making and strategic thinking, because you know where your drop spot is, like the back of your hand, what loot you're gonna rock, and you know how to rotate in in-game, you know your mid-game fights, and you know how to loot off spawn early game. It takes some time to get this ability down, but once you do and you keep practicing this ability, everything is gonna flow like water in a waterfall. The last thing I want to address is the ability to adapt. Pro players are quick to adapt to new changes done to the game, patches, changes done to the meta, changes to the loot pool, etc., etc. You should already get the gist of everything. If you can stay flexible enough, stay open-minded, and are willing to learn from both good and bad, it'll really put you ahead of the competition by a margin. And with all this being said, those are what separates you from a pro player. By no means I am a pro. I am just like you, trying to give you simple tips and tricks here and there on what you need to do to improve, what problems to identify for, what problems to look out for, and in turn help you surpass me. That's really gonna wrap up today's video. I will see you guys in the next video, and with all this being said, peace out.